Welcome to Greensboro.com. I am Joe Serrera, high school sports coordinator for Greensboro.com and the Greensboro News and Record. And we're here to talk football, talking to Northwest Guilford Vikings coach Kevin Wallace, whose team is 2-0, heading into Friday night's trip to Marion Kirby Stadium to play the Page High School Pirates. Kevin, thanks for joining us.
Awesome, Joe. I'm glad to be here.
You're 2-0 with a chance to be 3-0 for the first time since 2018. What have you learned about your team so far in the season?
We have to overcome adversity. I think we have some good players. I think we knew coming in this season we were returning a lot of starters that had a lot of playing time. We had some good young talent coming up. So far this far, it's just every day trying to get better one day at a time. And right now, I think we've seen some players step up. We've got a lot of kids playing lacrosse and baseball and all that stuff right now going over. So we're asking a lot of our kids doing a lot of things right now. But we've had some kids be very resilient. We're trying to balance out our practices with lacrosse. So we have kids that are, coming early, staying late every day. So I think that just shows the type of kids we got right now that are really hungry to put together a winning season.
Who are some of the guys on your team that folks should be watching Friday night? I mean, just looking at the stats, I see Micah Salmon as a dual threat quarterback. He's done a lot of damage. Carson Cassidy, obviously 6 rushing touchdowns. And Cam Carter with some plays on offense, Simmons on defense. Whatever you can tell me about these guys and anybody else I'm leaving out there.
Yeah, I mean, everyone you've mentioned so far, I mean, X is the one that everyone, is infatuated with, and he's a great player, great specimen. But I think behind the scenes that people aren't seeing is our offensive line. We got 2 seniors, a sophomore, three seniors, a sophomore, and a freshman starting that have really just worked their tails off. And I think they're starting to gel really well right now. We got some good sides on there. We have some kids that are really hungry. We've moved around from last year's spots a few, like moving Jacob Perry out to a tackle spot, and we have a midway for a freshman, Linus Lingle, who's doing a great job. And then our other tackle, Walter Turner, Trey's brother, Danny Green at guard, and Chasten Cota, who's another senior, was a 2-year starter for us. So I think up front it's been very good for us. Knock on wood, that hopefully continues. That really sets the tone for any team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you mentioned a lot of experience this year. That wasn't the case the last couple of years. Had some seniors, but you played a lot of young guys. What's it like having experience this year at a lot more spots?
It really makes coaching kind of fun because you can do a little bit more. You don't have to sit there. You worry about the basics, but then you can get past them and the basic scheme. And now you can start adding little tweaks here or there that normally would be installed later into a season with younger kids that you can start doing. Hey, remember this? We did this last year. Reteach it, recoach it, and put it in a little bit earlier. They can do a little bit more on the fly. Different things motion-wise or something. If we see in the game, we see something we have to change up that we didn't game plan for, it makes life a little bit easier. A lot of them are tested and have seen a lot of different defenses and playing time and had a lot of snaps offensively and defensively. So that helps a lot, I think, especially compared to last year. I think it's night and day.
Doug Robertson, Page Pirates coach, he's kind of going through that same sort of process you've been through the last year or two. He's got a lot of young guys getting a lot of reps this year. What advice would you give him about the joys and the frustrations of going with young guys where you know it's going to pay off, but you got to take your lumps first?
Shoot, I don't know. There's anything I could tell him. He's coached a lot longer than I have and been a head coach and gone through more things. Doug's a great coach. his record speaks for himself. I fully believe, he'll do and is starting great things there. I think Doug can tell me more about it than I could tell him his experience, to be honest with you.
I think you're selling yourself short, but I think in the immediate past, you've got more experience with that than he does. When you look at his team, when you look at the Page Pirates on film as he get ready for them, what do you see from them?
I see a team that tries to run the ball. I think that's his persona. That's his personality. He's an old O-line guy, and they want to run the football, which kind of marries or matches kind of what we want to do also. They got some size. They have talent. they have some kids. I mean, they're just young. Some of them are young and don't have much experience, but you could see the glimpses of talent that they have coming up. You know, it's a team that we haven't beaten here in 3 years at all. I mean, longer than that, but the time I've been here. So, you know, our kids are really hungry, really eager to get in the conference play.
What are some of the things that your team needs to do Friday night to kind of establish itself early and win that game at Marion Kirby Stadium?
We tell them every week there's 3 things to be a tough football team, and that's what we want to be. We want to run the football, we want to stop the run, and we want to cover and kick off. Our kickoff coverage team needs to keep them inside the 25. So we preach those things to them. Besides that, you know, we just got to come over adverse situations and adverse play or something like that pops up in the game. Just move forward and play the next play.
Sounds good. Wish you nothing but luck on Friday night and going forward. Thank you for taking the time to give fans a little bit of a preview and get us ready for that game.
Awesome. Thank you, Joe.